If you want to know how I achieved these realistic looking boho locks, please watch the video to its entirety. Stay tuned. What's up, family? I'm back with another video, and today's video is gonna be really simple. I just have to touch up my dreads because listen, look, I got new growth everywhere, like, and I've only had these in since I believe April, like the middle of April, and it's now like the middle towards the end of May. So what am I gonna be using today, guys? I'm not going to be taking any of these down. That's the thing, like usually I would, and I know most people do, they take them completely out, redo it over. I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna twist over the new growth. Yeah, because I can't have my hairs just out like that, and then when I wear it up, it's like too much tension. I need to wrap this back up. I am going to be inserting some clips. Listen, let me tell you, God was definitely on our side, because before I even knew when I was gonna start this channel, I started my locks and I recorded some of it. How neat is that? So I am gonna insert some clips to show you like the process. I did start off braiding my entire head. In individual braids, and then I went, let me show you the hair that I use for this style. So I have the Marley hair, which is like really rough and kinky, and then I have this crochet hair, which is like really like soft and curly, and you can separate it. It's super loose. And the lady right here is a picture, whatever, but I'm gonna be using these two. It doesn't matter the brand, it's just make sure that you get the right texture of hair. But that's what I'm gonna be using today. Again, I braided my hair individually, then I went through with the crochet needle. I took they come in like pieces, like I don't need it, that's why I'm not trying to like open it, but they come in like pieces, so I use one piece per braid. So I used a crochet needle, and I don't have my crochet needle with me, so I'm gonna just demonstrate for those who may not know. So pretend that this is a crochet needle. I took a crochet needle. I pretend that this is just braids. I took a crochet needle and I stuck the crochet needle through. On the end of the crochet needle, there's a loop with a latch to it. So in the loop, I put one of those pieces of the hair, and then I pulled it through with the piece of the hair. So one end of the hair was over here, the other end of the hair was over here, and that's how, matter of fact, here go my braid right here, and there's two pieces, so it like comes through. There's an opening right here, and it comes through. So I'm definitely gonna fix that, but this is a perfect example, guys. So I pulled the hair through. I made sure both ends of the hair was even so that it can be the same length, or if you would like them to be longer, just stagger them. So I did that, and then I went ahead and used this hair, which I am going to demonstrate as I rewrap the front. I used some of this hair to go over it to give it that sort of boho effect, you know? So the thing is, guys, these, okay, they're really old. And when I show you the clips, you're gonna see, and you can still tell a little bit. So right here, I did this sort of, when I wrapped them, I did this spiral effect with the really super fine curly hair. Sort of like a candy cane, you know? So I did that with the super straight hair, and I wrapped it around the super kinky coarse hair. So you can see, I don't know, like you can see the super fine hair being wrapped over the super coarse. Now this video is me being halfway done, and I want you to pay attention to the candy cane effect, like how I spiraled the fine hair over the rough hair, and then the top is basically everything that I just explained before I played this video. So the top is the undone part, and then obviously the bottom is the finished product. Okay, now there are easier ways to do these locks. I have tried this style so many times, and I know when I do it on other people, I do go for the quicker method, which is, there's a lot of ways, but one easier method is to buy crochet dreadlocks already pre-made, and then just go through, after you've attached them to the person's head, just go through and wrap them with this hair, the fine curly hair. And this is water wave. That's the curl pattern for this. So that's an easier way. That video shows like the spiral. You can literally see the fine hair being wrapped around the super kinky hair, and there's spaces in the middle. I purposely did that just to have this effect later. Like, it looks super real, especially in person. Like, this camera is getting it, but in person it looks super real. Like, I got so many compliments. So many people messaged me wanting to know if I can do it, or you know, how to do it. So I was like, why not make a video about it, because I'm not doing hair right now because of the quarantine. So these are the products I will be using. The hair I showed you, I'm going to be using a rat tail comb. I'm going to be using the Jam. I love this. And it's new. And this is just my personal preference because of my hair texture. I just love leave-in conditioner. Like, I love it. I love it. It's so dope. I love it. And this is the Moisture Miracle Coconut Oil, and this is a Hydrate and Strengthen Leave-In Cream. Creamy, and I put this all through my hair, through my scalp. I also oil my scalp with actual oil as well. But this, it really, you know, I'm not trying to do a free advertisement, but I love it. So I'm gonna get started, and I do prep this hair it's very easy. So this is how the hair comes. It comes like this in a little bundle. Give me a second. So you can just use it like this. You don't have to do anything to it if you don't want to, but people like me, you know, I'm going to definitely do some things to it before I use it. So here's one piece of hair. Comes just like the kinky hair, but except for this is like much softer and finer. So what I do is I just stick my fingers through the middle, stick it through the middle to separate it gently. You don't want to tangle it or get it like looking gross. So just, you know, lightly get it like this, super separate, and you know, want to do that for each thread that you're gonna use, and each piece of hair you want to do this. Now I usually go ahead and do this for the whole pack, but I'm only gonna, you know, show you just for the sake of this video, show you how to do this really quickly. It should be like this, and as you can see, this is the middle. It should be super spacey, super, you know, out there. Now I don't need a lot, so I'm gonna divide this one piece in half and just use this little piece. Now that's okay if it gets a little tangly, because you don't want it super perfect. Just be careful to not make it all tangly, you know? Okay, what I'm gonna do is get my comb, grab a little of this, and just put it down the middle so I can define my parts. And I'm just going to do that because I don't even know how that got there. And then guys, my parts are not perfect at all, so I just want to get some of that back over there and then get some of that back over there, if you know what I mean. But they don't have to be super perfect. Like only this middle part is like the straightest out of everything I've done. So I just want to part it. I don't want any scragglies. Get that. This gem really, like, man, this is my best friend, literally. And I usually keep my baby hairs out because they come out anyway. Like, they have a mind of its own. And guys, people with hair similar to mine, I know you definitely understand. So these I'm just gonna, you know, fix them when the time comes. Okay, so I have my hair. So I don't want to twist it because guys, I had this style before and my hair actually started locking with the dreads, and long story short, I couldn't comb it out. Like, I left them in too long, and then I was twisting the roots instead of just, you know, letting it be and wrapping it. So I'm not going to twist at all because look, I don't have that type of time. I already did the big chop. My hair is growing back. No. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave a little piece out, match it with the lock, and use the remainder of this to wrap, just to get my roots back looking, you know, good. So I'm gonna wrap that a couple of times, and this is how it's looking, back to new. I don't want to do it super tight. Like, I don't want all that tension on my head. That is not comfortable for me, and it's not good for your hair, especially at the roots. So I have it wrapped, and if you want, you can leave a little piece out. I did that for some of them, like little curly pieces, and some of it is actually my real hair. Like, you can't tell, but I'm gonna leave some of it out just cause, you know. Or you don't have to. For the people who don't want all that extra stuff, cool, you know. So I'm going to spread some of this out and just wrap. Like, it does not matter. It doesn't have to be super perfect. And then it's even better because I already have an old dread, so it's like whatever. Like, just do whatever you want. And it doesn't have to be tight. It doesn't matter. Just wrap it around, girl. So I'm wrapping and wrapping and wrapping, and as you can see, it's forming its own little thing, you know. That's probably my real hair. Ignore that, ignore that. But yeah, so, and my dreads aren't super long. I'll stand up. They come not super long at all. And I'm short. I'm like 5'1", 5'2". So this is how the ends look. I didn't burn them or anything. Like, I just wrap. And then when I get towards the end, I wrap it and I leave some of it out. And then I go back up with it. Go back up with it. Go back up with it. Then I come back down with it. Come back down with it. Then my little piece of hair. Some people may want to leave that out, or, you know, some girls like that. Me personally, I do not. So I'm going to continue to separate it and go back up with it. Then go back down with it. Then use my last little piece and go back up and down with it so it can just stay. And then I do this just like you would a real dread. And voila, guys, that is all you need to do. And it's back, you know. Look, compared to this, look, I'm back popping. Okay. So yeah, so I'm just gonna keep going with this for, you know, until I feel good about it, because it's too much going on, you know. So I'm gonna do, you know, the perimeter, maybe the first row of the back, because sis, the back of my hair, crazy. Don't judge me. Do not judge me. But I might do some of these because some of them are like really loose, and I don't like that when I'm wearing my hair up. So yeah, so that is all. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, guys. I do hair, so eventually there are gonna be a bunch of how-to videos. I'm gonna do step-by-step and make it simple. Again, I will be back with more videos. Stay blessed, stay safe, stay prosperous, and stay prayed up. Deuces. All right, guys, so here's the finished product. I did do at least 2 rows in the front. Excuse my baby hairs. I didn't get to do anything to those yet, and I really don't have a reason to. I'm not going anywhere, so yeah.